where young people are the targets of violence. They hope that James' fellow students heard that message today. Now, police were also out here talking to students who attended today's rally, and they hope that they could somehow talk to them and get some information on who James' killer may have been. Reporting live here, Amanda Hernandez, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
All right, Amanda. One of the busiest travel days of the year is already in full swing, and just like any other day, you need to give yourself plenty of time to get to the airport. Here's a live picture from Eyewitness 8. You can see just how many people are riding around looking for parking spaces, and already the parking garage and the economy lots are full, which means you'll probably be directed to an overflow lot near the airport. Melissa Duran live at the green overflow lot. Melissa, what does it look like where you are?
Well, Dave, things are definitely starting to pick up out here. Cars are filing in, taking up all the available parking spaces. Now, the good news is that this is one of 3 overflow lots. The other 2 will actually open once this is full. Travelers we talked to say the organization out here has really helped get their trips off to a very good start. It's not just airplane traffic McCarran International Airport is worried about. It's directing every driver searching for a place to park when spaces are limited.
I left some extra time because I had heard the economy lot would be full, and it was. And there were excellent signs directing me to the green lot.
Travelers like Patsy Shepard got to McCarran hours before her flight, ready for a headache. But what she and others got was a smooth ride into the airport.
I was a little anxious from all the reports. Everybody says it's horrible, you'll never get there, get somebody to take you, but it was pretty easy.
That's because there are changes from last Thanksgiving. Construction has shut down thousands of parking spaces used last year, but 3 overflow lots, including this one and 2 near the Thomas and Mack Center, are picking up the slack. Travelers say the organization is a nice surprise. They say they were told exactly where to park instead of having to circle the parking lots. And finding a shuttle isn't a problem. They're right by your car when you park.
25 buses out here, and it's a continuous flow, and so it's more convenient for people. They don't have to worry about it. As soon as we get them, we're right here at the airport.
But if you still want to press your luck finding a space in the garage or economy lot, good luck. Just ask Raul Ramirez and dozens of others who tried. You'll be turned away.
I thought there was going to be like space there, but no.
If you come in and you think you're going to park in the garage and you pull up, you find out that the garage is closed, it's going to aggravate you and it's going to make you drive around and have to go back through and find your way.
But although the new overflow lots may be an adjustment, there's always a bright side.
It's Thanksgiving, but it's free parking. Woo! I'm so happy.
Airport officials still recommend you get here 2 hours before your flight. Now, Eyewitness News spent most of the day out here. It has been pretty smooth out here for most of the day, but airport officials say, as with any Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the night actually is the busier time. Reporting live, Melissa Duran, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
Melissa, thanks. The holiday shopping season gets fully underway on Friday. All the stores open early and everyone has sales. Metro Police, though, are doing their part to keep shoppers safe. Eyewitness News reporter Edward Lawrence joins us live with a look at what officers are doing. Edward.
Paula, police will be very visible to shoppers and criminals. Officers plan to patrol parking lots just like this. They actually say the numbers in shopping areas are down because of education and the initiative. Metro Police want holiday shoppers to focus on the gifts, not the fear of becoming a victim. Cheryl Moore and her husband Fred wanted to beat the crowds, so they finished some shopping today.
What I bought was on sale today, so I looked at it anyway.
One eye was on the gifts, but security was on their mind.
And this is one of the main things, is leaving my purse in this cart, and I don't normally do that, but since he's standing here today, you know, but normally we watch out for that too.
But you got your hand on it.
Got my hand on it.
I watch my wife, my grandbaby, everything that's going on, try to keep everything under.
Yeah. Metro Police Lieutenant Clint Nichols says that is the right thing to do.
90% of the time, if you do that and you pay attention to what's going on around you, you'll limit your chances of being a victim in somebody's robbery.
He announced the start of Metro's Safe Holiday Initiative. Already it's paying dividends. An hour after Nichols talked with us, Eyewitness News was there when police arrested this man for shoplifting. It's just the kind of crime police hope to prevent.
We will be in all of the major shopping facilities lots, actually inside the stores in both a uniformed capacity and a undercover capacity.
The goal is to make shoppers feel safe while putting criminals on notice.
We will go after you. with everything that we have to offer.
That includes leaving bait cars in store parking lots. This is video from February of what happens to criminals after stealing a bait car. To avoid any temptation for criminals, police say hide any gifts left in a car.
Just makes it a more attractive target when, you know, if you're deciding between stealing car A and car B, you take the car that has the gifts and the valuables in it.
And the bottom line, according to police, is just be aware of your surroundings. Also, Lieutenant Clint Nichols says you should shop in groups. He says that criminals look for easy targets. Finally, they say that you should never count your cash in public because that could attract the wrong kind of attention. Reporting live at Maryland and Sahara, Edward Lawrence, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Edward. From travel survival tips to holiday shipping deadlines, we have several holiday resources for you online at LasVegasNow.com. We also have Flight Tracker, which allows you to check the status of flights as they come in and leave town. Dave?
Well, big developments today in the case of Alabama teenager Natalie Holloway, who went missing more than 2 years ago in Aruba. You might remember that. Today, police arrested 3 suspects, Duran Vandersloot and Satish and Deepak Kalpo. Prosecutors say they have new evidence and are charging the men with suspicion of involvement in manslaughter and causing serious bodily harm that led to death. The suspects are the same 3 men held and questioned when Holloway first went missing. They're expected to appear in court Friday. The I-Team has learned Clark County District Judge Lee Gates is facing some legal trouble tonight. The Nevada Commission on Judicial Discipline has filed a 2-count complaint against the veteran judge. The commission alleges Judge Gates diverted unused campaign funds to the campaigns of 2 other judges. That's in violation of judicial standards. The commission also alleges Judge Gates changed his story when he was explaining his actions to a commission investigator. A formal hearing has not yet been scheduled. Judge Gates' office says the judge is on vacation today and was not available for comment.
Local charities are seeing a lot of families struggling to get dinner on the table this holiday.
It's very embarrassing to have to admit that you need food to feed your children.
Help is available. We'll show you what's being done to help families in need.
As Clark County tries to rebuild its troubled child welfare system, there's been another staff shakeup. Find out why the department's second in command was demoted.
Warm yesterday, today 15 degrees cooler. We'll show you what happened. First, a live look outside. Your Turkey Day forecast straight ahead.
And coming up tonight at 6, thieves strike again, stealing thousands in copper wire. How police are taking a proactive approach to catching the copper crooks. Coming up tonight at 6 on Channel 8 Eyewitness News HD. This portion of Eyewitness News in HD is brought to you by Dodge. Neighborhood weather on Eyewitness News in HD is brought to you by Sunburst Shutters. Now, your number 1 5 p.m. newscast. Channel 8 Eyewitness News in HD.
Another shakeup in Clark County's child welfare system.
Ann Rubin, the department's number 2 person, voluntarily asked for a demotion. Reporter Jonathan Humbert joins us now live from Child Haven. Jonathan, you found out she's, just a caseworker now, right?
Well, Dave, the current director said that this isn't a lateral move, that's for sure. Ann Rubin asked to be removed from her position as assistant director and then reassigned to something called a licensed caseworker. We sat down with current director Tom Morton today, and he says Rubin was not forced from the post or asked to leave. He says Rubin, seen here, wanted to make the move. Morton says her new position would be essentially a caseworker that goes from homes to check on licensing for foster parents. This is just the latest change connected to the county's ongoing effort to improve the child welfare system. Rubin had been a visible and public advocate for change after terrible news came to light about problems with that system. Morton did not want to say a lot today, but he agreed it was a big step.
Well, it certainly is a significant change, but one of probably the greatest changes is a whole lot less stress.
Family Services is still trying to revamp the entire department. Morton told us today a program which helps sexually abused children will hopefully get back on its feet in January. The SAINT program, which stands for Sexual Abuse Investigative Team, closed abruptly last month because of a staffing shortage. Now, Morton didn't elaborate more on the voluntary demotion or if there was going to be any other shakeups in the future, or whether this was a bigger part of any sort of house cleaning effort here at Family Services. Reporting live, Jonathan Humbert, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Buying necessities like food is becoming hard for many families all over the valley. Up next, a look at why the need is increasing so much and what's being done to help.
Plus, 'tis the season for, you guessed it, lost luggage. But where do your bags really go once they disappear? Well, we'll show you and have some tips to make sure your suitcase arrives when you do.
And Ted Florendo will have your chilly Thanksgiving forecast in a few minutes.
I'm Staff Sergeant Anita June C. Allen in Southwest Asia, and I'd like to wish all my friends and family in Las Vegas a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and God bless and I love you.
Nevada's unemployment rate has reached its highest level in 5 years. In October, the rate was 5.2%. That's up 1% from last October when the rate was 4.3%. It's almost a percent. Our state numbers are also above the national average of 4.7. More than 68,000 Nevadans who want to work are out of a job. State officials say the slumping housing market is partly to blame because it has led to a loss in construction jobs. The rising costs of housing, gas, and food are hitting working families extremely hard. Some are having to ask for help this holiday for the first time, which is never an easy thing to do. Alyson McCarthy joins us with one local family's fight to stay together despite these overwhelming challenges.
Well, Paula, it's a hard thing to admit that you don't have enough money to feed your children this week because what little you did have left from your paycheck went to keep a roof over their heads. The young mother you're about to meet didn't ask for our help, and she's not asking for yours. But her story does have a way of reminding us all of what matters most in life.
This is the face of a single mother who was worried about much more than where her children's next meal is coming from.
A secure place for my kids.
Laura Espinosa should have celebrated her youngest daughter's first birthday last week. Instead, she was beaten by her husband, who was not happy to hear she has breast cancer and needs surgery. He's in jail now, and she's alone with 6 children to feed, clothe, and shelter. We asked her what keeps her from going off the deep end.
What keeps you together?
A few minutes later, Laura is composed enough to try and answer that question.
My kids, they're my food, they're my air, they're my heartbeat, they're everything to me.
Laura and her family have turned to Catholic Charities for help.
We got bread. No, don't touch that, don't touch that.
The organization feeds more than 1,500 people every day.
Does this owe me?
But is now providing another 100 families a day with food, clothing, toiletries, and other essentials.
Our needs over the last year have increased 60%. People are pinched. When you're having to pay $3.50 a gallon for gas, now that it's cold, the utilities will go up. At the end of the month, you've got $100. You've got to get to work. All of a sudden, you don't have enough for food.
And as Laura Espinosa packed up her family and food donations to leave, she told us she felt extremely thankful on this Thanksgiving holiday.
God bless you all. Thank you.
Now, tomorrow, Catholic Charities is expected to serve more than 2,500 meals to the homeless and others in need. But that need doesn't disappear the day after, and it's only growing greater every day. So if you can help, please take a moment, drop off your food donations or your grocery store gift cards. That's a great way to help out. You can drop them off directly at the St. Vincent's Plaza. That's there at Las Vegas Boulevard in Owens. Someone's there around the clock. So
thanks, Alice.
Authorities in Southern California are taking some extra precautions this weekend after forecasters call for strong winds and low humidity. Yep, those are the same conditions that fueled the massive wildfires last month that destroyed thousands of homes. As a precaution, the military has flown in 4 firefighting aircraft. Those C-130s will be on standby to assist if needed. The second most common complaint among travelers is mishandled luggage. In the past year, the Department of Transportation says passenger luggage complaints have increased for 17 of the top 20 domestic airlines. 98% of lost luggage is eventually returned, but airlines are only liable for up to $3,000 a bag. If a bag isn't claimed after 90 days, it winds up at the Unclaimed Baggage Center in Scottsboro, Alabama. The center has exclusive contracts with all major U.S. carriers and gets more than 20,000 items a day. The bags are bought in bulk for an undisclosed price and take a look at what's left behind.
Lots of iPods. Of course, digital cameras are very popular. And what surprises a lot of people is the amount of jewelry that we get.
Oh my gosh, there are some steps you can take to protect your precious cargo. First, buy extra insurance for your luggage. Don't check in at the last minute. Pick trips with as few connections as possible. There are also some small things you can do, like put your contact information and itinerary inside your bags. Keep an inventory of your items. Make sure your valuables and irreplaceables are in your carry-on bag, and make sure the airline bag tag lists your name and final destination. And if you have complaints or comments, you can call the Department of Aviation Consumer Protection Division, 202-366-4000.
I think I saw some wedding dresses.
I think I saw one of my bags in there, actually.
I was just about to mention that. Did you see the stack of iPods?
Oh man, the cameras, oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We were right behind the 70s. Now we dropped to the 50s.
It's amazing.
That is
really,
it.
right.
That's all we're going to get. It's going to be a chilly, long night tonight. Let's take a look outside right now. This is a camera on top of the stratosphere. A few clouds up there in the sky, but not a lot to lock in any warmth for us this evening. Currently outside, your numbers mid-50s at the south throughout lots of Las Vegas neighborhoods. 56 for Washington and Ellis, Fort Apache, and coming in right now at 52 degrees. Wow. 52 for Boulder City, at 50 at Searchlight. In case you were wondering, this time yesterday we were at about 70 degrees, so we dropped our temperatures quite a bit for tonight. Lots of neighborhoods still in the 50s outside of Las Vegas. Wind speeds picked up this morning. They're starting to die off right now. Nellis still at double digits. Also down to Colorado River Valley too. Here's our highs today. 59 degrees in Washington, Nellis, 55 Seven Hills. Outside of Las Vegas, got to 57 degrees. Our official high from McCarran actually got to 59 today. Here's a look at our holiday travel. Possible airport delays in Chicago and Seattle. There we will have some fog in Seatown. Chicago getting some snow tonight. 34 degrees for our temperature there. Meanwhile, we do have some severe weather right now in the Memphis and Tennessee Valley there. Severe thunderstorm watches in effect in those specific areas. That same low and its cold front is providing snow right now, pushing into Milwaukee and Chicago tonight for sure. Wow. Here's a look at our forecast for this evening. 40 degrees, partly cloudy, decreasing winds tonight. There'll be about 5 to 10 from the north. Not a big issue for winds for tomorrow. We're at 60 degrees. Our normal is 63 degrees for this time of the year, but those winds, oh, those winds, they'll be back Friday and Saturday, and they'll bring some cooler air along with it, meaning our overnight lows, which used to be in the 50s, will now be in the 30s overnight. Not quite cold, but definitely chilly. It's that time of year. Say goodbye to those 70s.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
A crazy scene when a crane at a construction site came tumbling down. Up next, a look at the damage left behind.
And how do you start with replacing the items that your kids have had since the day they were born?
A single mother devastated, her apartment destroyed when police raided the wrong place. But the department is refusing to pay for the damage.
Hi, I'm Brandon Wingert from the Azores. We just want to say hello and happy holidays to our friends back in Boulder City, especially my parents, Larry and Don Wingert.
Closed captioning of Eyewitness News is brought to you by Spring Valley Hospital Medical Center, located at 5400 South Rainbow Boulevard at Hacienda Avenue.
Look at this video. It was a frightening scene today in Cincinnati where a crane collapsed at the construction site of a new school. Eyewitnesses say the crane was rocking back and forth and then fell. An SUV parked on the street was crushed, but luckily no one was inside and no one was hurt at all.
CNN's Larry King got quite a surprise last night when his guest walked off the show. Dr. Jan Adams performed plastic surgery on hip-hop singer Kanye West's mother the day before her death, but had a change of heart about being on Larry's show.
And I'm going to apologize to you because I think I'm taking up your airtime, but I will not be on the show and I will not discuss any of that. I'm going to honor their wishes, okay?
Meaning you won't answer any questions about anything?
None.
All right, then how will you ever answer a question? I mean, where does this go?
Well, I will talk with them.
Mrs. West.
I will talk with them. When they're comfortable, then I'll be comfortable. If they're never comfortable, then I'll never be comfortable.
After that, Dr. Adams pulled off his earpiece and his microphone and walked off the set. He said the West family sent him a letter asking him not to talk to the media. King says it was the first time a guest has ever just walked right off the show. An Ohio mother has a rather huge mess in her home after a SWAT team raided her apartment. Turns out, though, she doesn't even know the person they were looking for. SWAT officers called for the suspect to come out. When he didn't, they used tear gas, forced their way inside, and then ransacked the entire apartment. Kayla Irwin is a single mother of two, and she's now unable to live in the apartment because of all the damage they did. Irwin says she appealed to the police department, but really hasn't gotten anywhere.
They basically just said, you know, sorry for the inconvenience. Go ahead and clean it up. Clean up our mess. It's tearing me up because I just don't know where to start. I really don't know where to start. I can't get any help from anybody that matters, you know?
The assistant police chief said this was the first time something like this has happened. His department would do the best they could to help, but Irwin says she was told they could just try to get some money to help her pay for the cleanup. Manager of the apartments had Irwin and her family in another apartment, though, until hers is cleaned up and livable again.
Some drivers in Louisiana learned that obeying traffic laws can pay off. Police set up a checkpoint to make sure drivers all had their children properly restrained. But instead of writing tickets for those breaking the rules, they gave out turkeys to those obeying them. And officers have more of these checkpoints planned. We'll be right back.
Spanish closed captioning of Eyewitness News is brought to you by the Nevada Surgical Weight Loss Center at North Vista Hospital, a bariatric center of excellence. Register for a seminar today.
Now here's Gary with a look at what's coming up on Eyewitness News at 6.
Thank you very much, Paula. And we'll have more on the legal troubles facing Judge Lee Gates tonight, including reaction to allegations he diverted unused campaign funds to the campaigns of 2 other judges. Plus, copper thieves have found another target. They're now hitting light poles at public parks. And UNLV is taking on the 6th-ranked Louisville Cardinals tonight. All that's coming up in 30 minutes.
Thanks for watching Eyewitness News at 5.
For more information, check us out on the web at LasVegasNow.com. Have a nice evening.